there, friends. I hope you can see me. I'm going to get my little handy dandy thing open here so I can answer all of your questions. I'm going to sit today. I've never sat while I've done one of these videos. I usually always stand. Let me know you're on here. Throw me some love. I'm going to answer your questions today on detox. Okay, we have 15 of you already on. So throw me some love. Give me a hey. Hey, Deborah Bartlett. She's my girl. She rescues animals and all that good stuff. She's an amazing, amazing health coach. Check her out. Follow her. Scott, Tracy, I hope you're doing well, my friend. I hope you are feeling better. It's my friend Scott. We have Lewis over here. Lewis, don't eat your paw. See, Lewis senses my upcoming move, our upcoming move, so he's a little tense. Hi, Varnum. I hope I pronounced your beautiful name right. So, guys, just let me know. I'm going to take a few minutes. Hey, Thomas. Nice hat. Thank you. It's covering up. I worked out with my, actually, the hat's better off or the hat's better on. You guys choose. Hey, Chuck. I worked out with my girlfriend right before this, so I decided to wear a hat. I'm going to adjust this real quick. I'm not at my Man Panions this weekend, so I've got a different setup. And don't worry, all is good in the homestead. He's hiking with his son. Okay, so, all right, so yay. So I hope that's better, everyone. Oh, you're welcome, Scott. Hey, Nick. Hi, Chuck. Hi, Thomas. So we have, okay, what's telling me we have over 50. I don't know what it's telling you. Hey, Donald. First, okay, is this first-time viewer? And I love the view. Okay, thanks. Hey, Art. I love Art. Art's an amazing guy. Hat on or off, Art? Off or on? You choose. You choose. I'm getting messages from you guys. Okay, so tell me where you're at. Oh, thank you for calling me gorgeous. Hey, Nick. Hey, Cindy. Cindy's my favorite person. Throw Cindy some love. She does some beautiful things for our animal kingdom. She rescues a lot of animals up in Northern California. She has a whole farm full of animals. Hi, Leslie. Leslie's my favorite. Leslie, we went to the same high school together, you and I. Hi, Scott. Aw, thanks. Cindy will tell me hat on or hat off. You tell me, Cindy. Cindy will tell me the truth. Cindy's my friend. Okay, so just let me know where you're from and get your questions ready. On. Okay, great. Get your questions ready. Off. You guys are like on, off. Okay. Let me know where you're from. Oh, my mom joined. Everybody say hi to my mom. My mom's an awesome person. She guested during our contest last week, Bonnie. So everyone say hi to Bonnie. Oh, hi from Germany. Boy, we have Art on, we have Chuck on, we have Deborah on. We have a lot of people on here from around the world. Got someone from Australia. Okay, so I want you to just type where you're from, just like Australia, Germany, US, just type where you're from. And we're going to listen to my neighbor while he shovels, apparently. And I'm shooting a YouTube video. That's great. Hey, Nick. Oh, okay, Nick. You didn't need to explain to me where you're going, my friend. That's fine. Hi, Scott. Okay, awesome. California. Hi, Diane. Hi, Ram. Okay, so you guys, why don't you just take a few minutes, and I'm going to take your detox and health questions. I'm about to go out and ask my neighbor if he can rake his coals he's putting in his front yard after my YouTube video. Would that be rude? I'll take y'all with me. I don't care. So I'm not at the Man Canyons in Mexico this weekend. He's hiking with his son, little male bonding time, and I actually have a lot to do here because I am moving. So, and I didn't want to miss all of you. My 3 o'clock slot every single Saturday here on Facebook where I answer your questions. Okay, well, I'm going to talk about detox. So whoever wants to ask their questions first, go ahead. It's not distracting. Oh, the hat's not distracting? That's great. So if I don't have any questions from you, keep in mind it goes a little slow on my end, but if I don't have any questions from you, I go bye-bye. So usually we have a whole slew of questions, although over the past few weeks, I have really answered a lot of questions. That's why I started doing recipe videos again. Hi Sarah from Utah. Phoenix, my mom said Phoenix. I love your hat. Thanks, Sarah. The raking, Chuck said the raking. I think he's stopping, although actually I think he's gonna start again. We just gotta ignore the raking, you know? What should we expect from detox? That's a great question, Sarah. So what should we expect from detox? Well, there's something called Herxheimer reaction that often happens. A lot of people get headaches. It really depends on what you're detoxing off of. Hi, what type of drinks do you suggest for detoxing? Love that hat. Hope you have a great show. Oh, thanks, Victor. I love you too. I recognize you from my newsletter list. You and I are tight. Do you have a recipe? Actually, I do. Okay, so, you know, it depends what you're detoxing off of. So actually the worst detox I see in people is detoxing off of caffeine, coffee. My mom Bonnie's on here. I took her caffeine away one weekend. I thought she was going to smack me. And I've told this story a million times. You know, I've detoxed people off of diet drugs. I've detoxed people off of drugs like cocaine. I've detoxed people off of sugar, off of poor food choices, off of fast food. But I never have had a reaction like I had when I was running a retreat in Palm Springs. It was my second retreat I ever ran. And same protocol I use now. So it's definitely a strong protocol, strong supplementation that I use, strong drinks that I give them, strong food. And she actually threw a shoe at me, missed me. I went like this and it just flew right by my face. She was detoxing off coffee. She would drink 1 to 3 cups of coffee every morning. It reconnects. Oh good, we reconnected. Praise God. Let's give him the glory for that. So anyway, coffee is really difficult to detox off of, caffeine especially. Also, you know, there's organic coffee is imperative because if it's non-organic, it's a lot harder to detox off of. Do you recommend colon baths? Okay, so are you talking about colonics? Because John, if you're talking about colonics, you get the happy dance. I give a happy dance away every week. John gets a happy dance. I think by colon bath, you mean colonics. Okay, so John gets the happy dance. John gets the happy dance. Okay, yay. So I highly recommend colon hydrotherapy. You know, colon hydrotherapy is something that I had one this morning, by the way. I had one this morning. I went and saw my girl, Kristen. I like 2 people out here. I like Donna and Kristen. That is it in San Diego. If you want their information, give me a call, you guys. Email me. I'll give you their information. I get Colonics monthly. I believe in Colonics. I don't know how people go without Colonics. I eat a mostly raw food diet. I juice every morning after my workout. I move my body. I take care of myself. I don't slather chemicals on. And I still have a ton, I'm just going to say it, of shit coming out during a colonic. Also, I've got a good girl that I met at OHI, Megan, who is in LA. So she's also a colon hydrotherapist. So if you need her information, let me know. But I strongly believe in colonics and coffee enemas and wheatgrass enemas and garlic enemas. You know, I had a skin rash earlier in the week because I'm a little stressed out and the skin can do some crazy things. And I did a garlic enema and it was gone. That's it. That's all I did, a garlic enema. I might have drank some food grade hydrogen peroxide or something crazy. I think I did. But it's gone. Okay, me too. Colonics. Yay, Kelly. Okay, detox off sugar. Victor. Okay, so here's the thing. Happy Saturday to you too, Kelly Rose. That's such a pretty name, Kelly Rose. I might just have to marry someone with the last name of Rose just so I can have a baby and name it Kelly Rose. That's so pretty. Okay, so Sarah, what would you recommend for constipation? How to prevent it? Sarah, I don't want to push my products. I should have them here with me, but I've got an awesome product called Colon Smooth. They're actually in the other room. Heck, I might just get up and get them. And it is excellent, excellent, excellent for constipation. You take 4 in the morning on an empty stomach, things move right through you. Excellent. It goes well with my other products too. Almost done with my website, guys. Every time she's near the end, I find something else to add. I've got like the most amazing web designer, and I keep adding things to the store and to this. So, but Colon Smooth is a great thing. Moving your body is a great thing. Move your lymph system every morning because it doesn't pump unless you move it. That's a great way. Despite what people think, a lot of people think that, because they're, because they drink coffee and they go to the bathroom immediately, that, oh, coffee is great to move your bowels. Actually, it's not. Coffee dehydrates the colon, but it also stimulates it in kind of a negative way, in a spasm-like way. But coffee taken up through the colon, through an enema, stimulates the portal vein to release bile from the liver, so the poop can come out. So, yeah, that's what I recommend for constipation. Colon hydrotherapy, hydrate, 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 move your body. My Colon Smooth, the tagline on the bottle is, it's like a colonic in a, it's a colonic in a pill, basically. Does it remove healthy bacteria too? No. You're talking about colonics. Well, okay, so here's the deal. We all have good and bad bacteria. We should all be eating things with pre and probiotics. You guys, I'm gonna get my products because you guys are asking questions. Hang on, I'm gonna get my products. Don't go anywhere. Hold on. Hang on. Hold on. Hang on. Yay. Oh my gosh, you guys were asking so many questions that I went and got my products. Okay, this was not going to be a product sales video, but everything you're asking has to do with my products. Colon Smooth, a colonic in a pill, Smiling Gut, a pre and probiotic. We've got the raw detox formula, my pretty picture on it. We've got sexy and raw hair, skin, and nails. Oh my gosh, I've got the same dress on. So here's the thing, you want to make sure you're eating prebiotic foods such as sauerkraut and coconut yogurt has probiotics, definitely vegan foods to assist you. You are awesome. Thank you, Donald. Sarah, it wouldn't be an Andrea video without her stepping away from the camera. Oh, you definitely watch my YouTube videos, don't you? Sarah, that's awesome, you little cutie. How do I get your products? Jesse, they are going to be, so right now I've got the healthyhaven.net that has none of my new products on it. They're going to be on my new website, andreacox.com. So write that down because that's like very, very around the corner. I don't want to give a date. I'm moving, so it's kind of, but we're still working on it every day. But right now you can call 1-844-4-DETOX-PRO and you can get them that way. Monday through Friday up until 5, so 10 a.m. until 5. 1-844-4-DETOX-PRO. Just placed a new order, so yeah, so that's how you can get it. Also, I might do a bundle package sale for the release of my new website. I did that a couple months ago, and it went really well. Okay, so love, love, love your product, sister. Thank you, Lana. Lana's amazing. Follow her. She's a yoga instructor, and she's really, I would say, I don't say this about many people, enlightened about the world. I usually either message Lana or my mom when I have something to talk about. Oh, Sarah, I watch you. You are a huge inspiration. Thank you, Sarah. See? That's not me typing that. Thank you, Sarah. I appreciate that. You are I feel like I should send you everything. Okay, so Victor, that's very sweet, Sarah. Get me teary-eyed. I've had a rough week. Victor, how do we detox off sugar? Well, it depends on what kind of sugar, love. There's good sugar and bad sugar. Can't wait for the new products. Elizabeth, they are out now. You can order them now. 1-844-4-DETOX-PRO. So detoxing off sugar is, you know, you don't want to detox off fruit sugar because fruit alone, eaten alone on an empty stomach, is perfectly fine to eat. That's not the kind of sugar we're talking about. White sugar, white flour, that's just BS. That's going to take your bowel movements from CPs, which are cow plops, to RPs, which are rabbit turds. We do not want rabbit turds in our life. Stay off of the white flour, white sugar. I would suggest write the phone number on a piece of paper and hold it up from time to time. Doug, that's a great idea. Thank you, dear. Woohoo. Hey, Shannon. Hey, Sarah. Aw. So, you know, when you detox off sugar, Victor, the number one thing is you want to make sure you're detoxing off the right kind of sugar. And the right kind of sugar would be, you know, the bad sugar, the even sugar in the raw, you know, just they put the word raw on sugar basically, and it's all the same. You know, the kinds of sugar that I think are okay are coconut palm sugar. I definitely think coconut palm sugar, it's one of my favorites, although some people have an allergy to it. I'm not a fan of agave. Agave makes me want to go raid the fridge. That's what they make tequila out of. My boyfriend has a plant, an agave tree in his front yard, and I have a little scar from it. I ran into it. I am a fan of maple syrup, grade B. Grade B is higher quality. It's less refined because of the mineral content. I do like that, and maple syrup granules. I think it tastes great in oatmeal or on bananas or things like that. Aw, how do I order your product? Donald, 1-844-4-DETOX-PRO. How about cassava? I'm not sure what that is. Oh, are you talking about the pod? I'm not sure what that is, Kelly. Be more specific for me. Lots of different sugars are BS, right? Yeah, they are. You know, the best way to get your sugar is just eat fruit. I mean, I'll eat like 5 and 6 bananas in a day, and I don't have any I'm slim and trim. I don't spend hours in the gym. I left that world, you know, years ago. I worked out with my girlfriend Tanya this morning. I think I was at the gym for 45 minutes. I didn't go at all yesterday. So, you know, I don't spend hours working out. I make sure I move my body, and that's it. I actually think too much time in the gym can age us. So, you know, if you want to detox off sugar, a good blood sugar stabilizer would be cinnamon sprinkled on food. And try, instead of detoxing off sugar, Victor, to clean the colon and watch what happens. Watch what happens, folks, when we clean the colon. Magic takes place. Pure and utter magic takes place when we clean the colon. There is nothing, everything falls into place when we clean the colon. I was talking to my colon hydrotherapist this morning, Kristen, and she was telling me that there was a doctor that was, you know, that one of her clients said was against colonics and says it washes away our good bacteria and blah, 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 blah. You know, I have yet to meet a doctor that, you know, supports colonics unless they're holistic. And I have to say, I know doctors. I dated a doctor back in Ohio for quite a while, and they get just a few hours on nutrition. Don't shoot the messenger. Doctors are great if you're ever in an accident or something, but they get just a few hours on nutrition. And I really think, you know, colonics could save a lot of lives if people would actually branch out and get them. There's quite a few different type of colon hydrotherapy machines. There's the Libby, the Ditolo, open system, closed system. It's all on what you like. I started on an open system, a Libby in Ohio. I now like the closed system where the practitioner is right with you. It all depends. And hey, I'm an enema girl too. There'll be times where I'll take months off colonics and I'll just do enemas. Colonics are great for skin. They're excellent for skin. Love cinnamon. I do too. I like sea leon cinnamon. Hot lemon water. Is that free life of your necklace? Show us up close. I love the look of it. I have no idea. I'm going to cover these because I don't trust you because you're a man. I have no idea what this is, so maybe you can tell me. Someone just asked to see that. This is from a woman. I actually just shot her video. Her name is Brenda, and this is healthy jewelry that she makes, and I will post a link to her website in the comments. She sent me this beautiful mala bracelet. So since you asked about my necklace, I thought I would show you this. See the elephant? So pretty. She makes the most beautiful jewelry. Okay, how can we naturally deal with stress? I get migraines from stress, and I tend to take over my life. Okay, well, I'll tell you, I've been doing a lot of research on this lately, and I don't want to get into details of why, but, I have someone in my life that's going through what I would call the same thing. Someone asked about headaches. Let me just finish up with Victor. I hate to skip around, which I always do. Victor, so instead of detoxing off sugar, clean the colon, food combined, try to get your sugar through fruit, not bullshit. You know what I mean. You read my newsletter. We're on the same path. Okay, so Kim asks an awesome question. Okay, so, oh gosh, I missed, Sarah, repost that in a minute when I'm done answering this. I missed it. It flew up about the cassava. I think I know what you're talking about. Kim asked about headaches. Let me read this one too. Gotta say I love you. I gotta go. Oh, thank you. Going on a walk with, oh, good for you. Okay, so it's interesting. A lot of people take aspirin and things like that for headaches, and unless, even the FDA came out and said this recently, unless you've had like a heart attack, there is no reason to take aspirin. Aspirin causes macular degeneration. Aspirin can put a hole in your stomach. Aspirin, I don't need to be saying this with all the aspirin companies out there, but I'm just going to say it. I just posted something on my Twitter, Raw Chef Andrea on Twitter yesterday about aspirin. It was a Dr. Mercola link. I think he's great. It can put a hole in your stomach. It will eventually make your headaches worse. It's like 500 milligrams of caffeine in one pill. So I'm dealing with a loved one, a friend, that really has overdone the aspirin in their lifetime, really bad. And now this person's suffering from major cluster headaches, but also some other things. So there may be something else going on too, and we're looking into that. But definitely not aspirin to deal with headaches. Essential oil of peppermint, and also an oil by Young Living called Panaway, is excellent to rub on the back side of the ears and also on the back of the neck right here if you have a headache. That's what I do when I'm car sick. I don't get headaches, but I've done it for the Manpanion when he gets really bad headaches, and it seems to help him a lot. Also, men that get headaches, just a little pulling of the scalp, just a little pulling of the hair like that. They've done studies that say that also relieves headaches. Also, get rest, and as far as stress reduction, I live on extra strength Tylenol, and I hate it. Oh, Kim, yeah, I'll find that Dr. Mercola link and I'll share it to you. It's on my Twitter from yesterday. It's Raw Chef Andrea if you want to go on Twitter and find me, and you can see it. It's a long article on just how horrible aspirin is. I would try to wean off of it. I would maybe try something like, oh my gosh, you guys are going to have to help me out. The tea, it's naturally caffeinated, and I can't think of it. Guayasa is great. That's got natural caffeine in it. It's a tea. That might help your headaches. I would try to start making elixir tonics in the morning. When I say elixir tonics, people are like, whoa, elixir what? Hang on. So many other great options to aspirin. So good that you bring this up. And and the awesome oils. Gosh, you're so sweet. Water and magnesium. Yeah, definitely magnesium. You know, a lot of headaches are because you're backed up. I'm telling you guys, most of our ailments, you know, our issues live inside our tissues. You know, you get pissed at your wife or you get upset with your husband or your boyfriend, you guys have an argument, that lodges itself in you if you don't heal it before you go to bed. And a lot of women hold. We hold. We don't release if we're stressed. And a lot of men do too. And then it's funny, have you ever noticed if you get scared, you're like running to use the bathroom? That's because it's an adrenaline rush and you just have to release. You know, when we're in a constant fight or flight mode, the opposite happens and we actually stop releasing. And so, you know, what I tell people to do is always eat when you're calm. Never eat when you're pissed off, when you're angry, when you're stressed. Take care of the colon first and watch everything else fall into place. Watch the hair start growing. Watch the headaches go away. Watch the low back pain go away. I mean, I am a colonic cheerleader. Who brought up colonics? Happy dance. Happy dance. This is a big dress. I've got like my big goofy dress. Happy dance for whoever brought up colonics today, because I need some pom-poms. I probably, in like my 60s or 70s, I'm going to become a colon hydrotherapist. I'll probably open up a big ranch, detox people, and just get rid of people's shit all day. That actually sounds exciting to me. That sounds fun. Yeah, I just said that. Yeah. Okay, so how often do you do these live feeds? Oh, Doug, do you want a job? You have said two good things. You're like, hold up the phone number for your products, which is 1-844-4-DETOX-PRO. And you just said this. You're like, great. Every Saturday at 3 p.m. Like I've broken plans with the Manpanion 4 times just to get these to you guys. So he's real jazzed about these Saturday at 3 p.m. time slot. Sometimes on Sunday at 3 p.m. I've done those every week, but it's kind of getting to be, you know, like, oh God, I have to miss yoga to come back. So Saturdays at 3 p.m. And I'm probably going to start doing recipes on them. I've done that twice, and you guys really seem to love it. Okay, I've never tried colonics, and you're making me want to. You know, do you do enemas? Because enemas are just as good. Enemas are just as good. Hey, Jason. Hey, Kim. Hey, Kelly. I brag about my colonics all the time. Oh, Kelly. Kelly, you and I both. Do you want to have a little? Okay, good. You're back. Kelly, you and I both, do you do one long fill? Because I do one long fill. It's like an hour fill and we're done. And then I release the whole time. Yeah, my colonics are textbook. Said from more than one colon hydrotherapist. You know, enemas are great too. Keep building your empire. Thank you. That's very sweet of you. I am. I'm trying to do it right this time though. I did it twice the wrong way, and so I'm making sure that everything's done the right way now. So that's why everything's taking so long. I don't want to screw it up. And it's funny, thank you for saying that, Kelly. I looked at my soon-to-be-done website today, and I realized there was no section for my recipes, and I thought, what the hell? That's like what I'm all about, and I don't have a section for that. So that's, yeah, so there's always something I'm looking to add without adding too much, as my web designer says. She's real good about keeping me in check. Okay, I love all this great info as usual. Thank you. You're welcome, Anna. Yes, long fills and probiotic implants too. You know, Kelly, I used to do the probiotic implants. I haven't done them in a long time. Thank you for reminding me. I actually, whoops, this is something's, okay. I actually prefer the coffee, and I don't like to do the probiotics around the coffee. I'll tell you, garlic wheatgrass coffee, that's crazy. Okay, how do you find a good place to get a colonic? Kim, I belong to a network, and I go on there, but you have to be a colon hydrotherapist, which I'm not. But I'm still in the network, because I have friends, that's all. Message me what location you're in. You know, a good way to find a good colon hydrotherapist is if they're not pushing a lot of shit on you. And no pun intended, like a lot of like a lot of products that are just, you know, bullshit. Unlike mine, that is actually from the earth. So that's the difference there. You don't want to go in somewhere and it looks like a health food store. That's not a good place, you know, where it's all about the sale. You want to go in a place that's reasonably priced. You know, the Colonics I get are 90 with the coffee, and, you know, that's gone up over the years. In Ohio, they were like 60. Some people charge 100. Some people charge over 100, depending on the area. I personally wouldn't pay over $100 for a Colonic, but, you know, if I had to, I would. So, okay, Doug, big hugs to you, gorgeous. Thank you. Oh, bye, Doug. I love how you guys give me an explanation of when you leave. That is so sweet. So can someone type how long I've been on here? Because I like to cut it at a certain time. If you can just type in the comments however many minutes this has been running, that would be great. How often do you get them? Kim, that's a great question. Oh, Kelly, really? 90 with you? Where are you at, Kelly? What location are you in? Let me know. You and I need to be friends. You're like, 30 even. Thank you, Lana. Lana's awesome. Lana started doing live videos, so definitely follow Lana. She's in the comment section. She is really a wealth of peaceful yogic philosophy. That's sweet. That was nice of me. Yeah, and I don't say that about everyone. Yeah, she's amazing. Okay, how often do I get them? How often do I get a Colonic? It depends. If I'm like full of snot, or I've been traveling and I've been on a plane or something, I'll get more than usual, because the best thing to do when you start to feel sick or anything, you got a skin issue or anything comes up, is clean the colon. And it doesn't have to be a Colonic. It can be a, $90 for each. Thank you, Doug. Oh, thanks, Lana. It can be, you know, it can be an enema. You guys, don't underestimate a good enema. Don't underestimate it. I had a woman, a health educator, years and years and years ago. She runs retreats. She's alive and well today. She had cancer and healed herself. And I called her. She was living in Florida, and I asked her all this information. This is when I was on my healing journey. And I said, you know, oh, I need to get a Colonic. And she said, what's wrong with an enema? You know, I love the peace of being by myself and enjoying a nice enema. And I will tell you that that always stuck with me, but I could never get into the enemas. And then I just got really, really into them all at once. It just kind of stumbled. I've always done them, but I never got into them. I never got into them to where I enjoyed them until really the past 2 years. So, and I like enjoy the time. Like I have my phone, which you really shouldn't do. You should like journal. People say you should just go within. I'm like, no, I'm getting work done. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, Doug, I'll see you later. So let's take 3 more questions. If you guys have any more questions. So true. Yeah, thank you for sharing all of this. People get dental cleanings, but neglect. Yeah, that's right. People get dental cleanings, but neglect the most important part, the thing that leads to vibrant health and gets rid of degenerative diseases. They neglect their colon. What the hell? What's the difference between an enema and a colonic? That's a great question. And Kelly, that was a great comment. So, and a colonic gets the entire colon. So it's a lot of people call it high colonic. So it goes, so the colon, okay, the video cuts out like right as I'm showing you. So the colon is this big long tube, okay, like long, like the colon is, if it started on the floor, it's way taller than me, like 30-some feet, all wrapped up, and it's like taking this bracelet, okay? So the colon, we're going to use this beautiful, healthy bracelet that Brenda makes, and I'm going to post her link in the comments. It's like taking this bracelet, and it's like winding it up and stuffing it right there. So it's all scrunched up. And a colonic goes through the entire colon, so they call it a high colonic. A enema, if done properly, can do almost the same thing. I don't care what anyone tells you. There you go, pretty. But most people say the enema only gets the lower bowel, which is like right here. So this is baggy, so you can't really tell. But the lower bowel, and the colonic gets the upper bowel. So people who have pain right here in their back, right here, that's because they need to take a shit. That's because they need to clean the colon. I'm not cookie coating this for you. It's because they're backed up. If you have low back pain right here, you're not shitting properly. And you see this a lot with businessmen that have a lot of stress, or women that are single on their own, they're under a lot of stress. We crunch up, we hold. And here's the thing, folks, this is the funniest thing. When people say this, I always laugh, and I always think of my colon hydrotherapist. So many people, Kelly Rose can attest to this. Okay, it cut out for a second. So many people say, but I go to the bathroom every day. I don't need a colonic. Okay, so do I. Like 3 times a day. Like after every meal, I am like clockwork. I'm in the bathroom. Let's talk poop, shall we? And it's out. But when I get a colonic, doesn't matter if I've gone every day, I have no issues going on, there is some mega shit coming out of me. So what I say to them is, clean it out. Better out than in. And, a lot of you are back and forth with this. You don't, I had one woman ask me, she said it wasn't like Christian or something. I don't know, like yoga, or I have no idea. But I haven't read anything about like, colonics being unchristian. But yeah, I mean, they're worth it. They're worth it, folks. Definitely clean your colon out. We'll call this the Colonic show. It ended up being about colonics and enemas. So that's the difference between an enema and a colonic. The enema gets mostly the lower bowel. The colonic, they call it a high colonic because it goes up to here. And remember, when I wound this up, you guys are laughing because I said shit. I'm getting all this love because I said poop. It must just be going through. When I wound this up, remember, that's all the way up here. So if you have breathing issues, it's not your boobs. It's your colon needs clean. Okay, let's take 2 more questions. Doug McLean, 22 feet long the colon is. Thank you, Doug. Did you know that some people's colon's a little longer or a little shorter? Did you know that? It's a fact. Another thing, folks, old bile is stimulated and released by the colon when we do coffee enemas. So that's this yellow bile. If you've had your gallbladder removed or anything like that, have trouble producing bile, that's what helps us digest fats and things of that nature. So you really, there's so many reasons for colonics. There's so many reasons. And this is another thing, I'm just going to say this, and if I get sued, so be it. So, doctors are so quick to take parts of our bodies away. They're so quick to be like, oh, you're having this issue, we're going to take your gallbladder. You're having this issue, we're going to take your spleen. We're going to take your arm. We're going to fucking cut this out or whatever. Excuse my language, I said pricking. And, I would get a 2nd, 3rd, 5th, 10th opinion whenever that happens to you. Because, once you start removing parts of your body, other things start happening. All the organs work together synergistically. And I'm not trying to depress anyone or anything like that that's, had this done. But always get a 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th opinion. The person I mentioned earlier that's having the bad cluster headaches, numbness, etc., he's definitely getting more than one opinion. So always, always, always get more than one opinion. Okay, I really appreciate